If I think about it, my entire journey of being a UK registered nurse was very challenging. Believe me, it really was. But coming to the UK as a nurse in the middle of pandemic is just one level higher. I mean, it's crazy. So, in this video, I am doing a one-on-one interview with one Filipino nurse who's recently deployed and successfully made it here in London. So, let's do this and watch the video. Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Grace. If you're new here, I'm the Filipino expat who's living now in the UK, and I make videos on moving, living, working, saving, and traveling in the UK and beyond. So in this episode, we will be talking about traveling in the UK in the middle of pandemic, which is specifically for nursing deployment from the Philippines. So I have invited my friend here, and let's welcome here Kevin.
Hello guys, good morning Grace. How are you? It's been a while.
I'm
Nice
okay.
to see
It's
you
been
back.
a while. We haven't seen each other pa. We have seen each other. I forgot. How are you?
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, still adapting to the English weather in London.
Yeah, it was rainy earlier. Now it's we can see a little bit of sun, so we're just taking advantage of it. So, so Kev, thank you so much again for accepting this invitation for a short notice.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, guys, I'm not used to this sort of exposure, but I know that I can't say no to my friends. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
Thank you. And you know what? Because in the recent days or weeks, I have been reading a lot of comments from Facebook groups that people are worried on the deployment or traveling in the UK because we're not sure about the safety. So that is when I thought about asking you firsthand. This is the first time you travel in the UK. That was in February, right?
Yeah, that was last month though, so it's really tough, but yeah, I made it.
Yeah, you made it. You're now here. Welcome back to London. Why don't you tell us more about yourself and why are you here in the UK?
To those who doesn't know me yet, and to those my old friends back there, yeah, my name is Kevin, and I'm one of the international nurses from the Philippines. So, clinical experience-wise, I had more than 2 years of experience in both clinical and nursing job, specializing in medical, surgical, and general oncology. And yeah, this is my second time in the UK, so I used to work in one of the private neuro rehab based in Leicester before, so that was 2018.
Would you mind sharing us your journey in preparing for the UK and what changed as well in light of the pandemic?
Yeah, during my application with my new employer, new company, it's really the peak of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Was mid year last year 2020 when I started to process my documents. It is a mandatory for any OFW, especially for nurses going abroad, to undergo for pre-employment orientation seminar, which is under POEA, but it's all online. So you just log in, create your account, and complete bunch of questions there. And after passing the exam, so you can able to generate a certificate of completion. Yeah, and you can submit it in your agency. That's that's a prerequisite before you to be interviewed.
How about the documents and the requirements for applying? Because I did the application in 2017, and that's like what, 4 years? 4 years ago. So there might be a lot of changes now, which I'm not updated.
Okay, so in regards to the NMC requirements, because it's now in the new system,
Yeah.
but we already processed our documents way back 2018. That's so I still belong to the old system. Different sets of requirements. It depends on your agency and your trust itself. So in my case, it's still the same sets of documents that I submitted before. After I passed the Skype interview, I received my offer letter right away, and I
So well, obviously for the IELTS, it's usually 2 years. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2 years validity, right? So when you reapply, you're still within the 2 years, which is very good, isn't it? You don't need to retake. But I think for some people, there's an option of taking the OET, which I'm not really that familiar because I still have the IELTS when I had it. So with your paper, how was it facilitating your NBI and your PRC because it's in the middle of pandemic?
Yeah, it's really inevitable though that there will be some hassle, sort of delays in processing and booking appointment because due to the strict implementation of the government and also skeletal staffing of some government and private offices. So
Yeah.
it's really expected, but everything is through online, and that's the thing that's really convenient. You don't need to go out to your home and process on site, but just wait and process online and pay by a card. So that's a thing. That's a good point of passing through online these days.
Yeah, so there were no hustle. There were no hustle of queuing
Yeah,
and this kind of stuff. So, safe to say that it was faster then, in your case.
yeah. I think in my part, it's really convenient for me to process my PRC online. But with my NBI, I need to go on site just to to give my signature there. But it
Just
just
an appearance.
took 15 to 30 minutes, so it's really swift and fast. Timeline. I got interviewed last August, and then my certificate of sponsorship arrived last January, and
Mhm.
then yeah, after a month, so we're
So,
here.
yeah, so basically, Kevin's case is unusual, isn't it? Because
Yes.
when you started some Skype interview with your employer, you already have your college requirements. You had your
Mm.
IELTS already. You just have to update your NBI and your PRC thing. And CBT, the computer exam, have you done it in this timeline or do you have it before?
I have it before.
Yeah,
However,
oh yeah, sure.
yeah, yeah, that's the thing that made my deployment date delayed because my CBT was expired, and
Okay.
then I need to process again with the NMC. And because I belong from the old system, they cannot able to transfer my details from old to new system. So what they did is they just carried out manually, which is really takes time. So I waited almost a month to receive my ATT. Then I retake my CBT. So fortunately, I passed. Anyway, still procedure protocols by POEA, OWA that need to underwent a pre-deployment orientation seminar, which is through online. Then so
Yeah.
that's a really necessary, indispensable. You need to have the SPDOS certificate.
Mm.
Yeah, for you to generate your OEC. So we had our PDOS online. Our yeah back 2020 I had my IOM or TB test.
Yeah.
So after we received our certificate of sponsorship, um, yeah, we were um, booked for our visa, which is a fast track visa. So usually it only took 2 to 3 days
Yeah.
before after we receive our visa. But in my case, because I had my old visa before and it's still not expired, I
Yeah.
received my visa for almost 10 days, and it really bothered me really because I know that they need to double check and do a criminal background check here in the UK before
Mm.
they giving me a new visa.
Yeah.
So fortunately,
So you
once
have to do
after I
both
received the visa,
Philippines and UK. Your criminal check.
yeah, yeah, criminal check because I stayed here for
Make
almost a
sure you
year.
didn't do
So
anything wrong.
our agency will be the one to pay for our visa fee, and because it is a priority, we need to pay it on our own around 14,000. So rest assured that it will be back
Yeah.
before our flight. So we paid on our own. So it's a good tip, guys, that you need to have an extra amount of money allotted for this processing of documents, so that to prevent hassles and delays. So that's a good tip.
If you don't mind me asking, you can answer or not, but how much
Yeah,
more have you spent? Of course, it's gonna be refunded to you, but just
yeah.
to have an idea, how much should they have on their pocket at least?
All in all, maybe all. What shall I say? Do I need to disclose this? But yeah,
Depends.
for this vlog's sake, for the information to everybody. So I spent almost 25,000 for my OET, almost 12,000 for my NMC application and stuff. What else? 3,500 at least for my medical, and it's your NBI.
Yeah.
I think IOM is around 3.5 as well. So maybe around almost 50,000 for this. But the agency is really generous though. So
So they'll have
they will
to.
be refunded. Yes, we are advised. It's a mandatory now. It's a strict implementation before your flight. We need to undergo a COVID test, 48 hours before our flight. So in our case, it's in Manila diagnostic test for OFW. So fortunately, negative result. So even though you are ready, you pack things ready, if you've got a positive result, unfortunately you can't make it.
I know.
So
I know. It's like the pain of waiting.
yeah,
So did they pay for it as well?
yeah, they paid it for our sake. So they paid it. The agency paid for the COVID test, and we'll just wait. I think we just waited around almost roughly 12 hours before we receive our results. So it will be sent to you online, and that's the result, online result. Just present it during your. I mean, before you approach the airport, the airport officer will ask for that negative swab COVID test result before they will let you in.
So imagine if you if you test
Yes.
positive, isn't it? I mean, it's a good thing because there was no hustle, or else you have to like book another ticket again, quarantine, and this kind of
Mm.
series of unfortunate events. Well, anyway, so packing your things. What's the difference?